Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine and I'm here with Michelle Fee, founder and CEO of Cruise Planners, but you already probably knew that because we have her on Insider Travel Report as much as possible. We are at the annual conference here on Wonder of the Seas, and we're going to tell you all about that and more here on Insider Travel Report. Thank you for the chance to talk to you.
Oh, thank you, Alan. So excited to be here and be on this wonderful wonder of the seas.
And it certainly helped the conference be what it was. It's part of the energy.
It was. We kept saying it's wonderful here. It was like a little bit of a tagline the whole week.
Overview, 30 years has it been?
31.
31.
Almost 32. We're going into.
When you look back, did you ever imagine it reaching this scale?
That is a question that I'm asked all the time. And the answer,
Then I take it back.
and the answer is unequivocally, had no idea. I mean, to reach $1 billion in sales and to have achieved what our members have helped us achieve, and it's all about them. They're the reason we're here. They're the reason why we've accomplished so much. And so it's just one big happy Cruise Planner family, and I'm sure you felt that vibe.
That's why I'm here to report. But $1 billion more than once.
3 years in a row.
What took so long?
Exactly. So, you know, we've achieved this because of a few things, right? Obviously, as a company, you have to evolve. And we think over the years that we've taken every turning point that there is, and we've kind of followed along with when, you know, there was the internet, and that's honestly why we are here today, because the internet happened and people no longer wanted to walk into a travel agency, which is what I was, and have to be there physically to buy an airline ticket to travel somewhere. And so we saw that travel was evolving, so we realized we had to evolve along with travel. But there's been so many tipping points along the way, and now we're in the AI revolution. And at Cruise Planners, we take this very seriously, and we want to make sure that our advisors are set with the most up-to-date tools and programs that we could possibly put in their hands. And from day one, it has always been, you know, that we have to make sure that our advisors not only have the best tools and programs, but that we build tools and programs that save them time. And if we can save them time, they can obviously book more business.
Things have changed so much. What stayed the same?
Our love for our agents and our family feel. And it doesn't matter how big we get, you saw it here. It was a love fest. It's, you know, they enjoy being here. The energy in that room was probably the best we've ever had. And those things can't change. And myself and my executive team, we are a huge part of everything that happens. And we are present at everything that happens.
Your land business is like 35 to 40% that's growing. Is that the trend?
I think the pie is growing. So, you know, when you hit the numbers that we hit, so it's not like we're shifting business at all. No. It's just the pie keeps getting bigger.
Are you going to rename yourself pre and post Cruise Planners?
No.
Because you're doing that land piece.
Yeah, we've got it down. We've got it down. Obviously, we don't need to rebrand. No. We're getting the land, and we're doing a really good job with that as well.
And so it looked huge. How many people were here? Let's break it down.
Okay, we had 1,200 people, our biggest yet. And typically we'll do most of it on land, and then we would always go on an inaugural.
Well, I want to hear about the flip. What?
So we flipped it because we just couldn't accommodate the amount of agents that we needed to. And so this year we decided, okay, we're going to do a day and a half on land so we can have a awesome trade show. I think there was like 200 vendors there. And then we'd go on a ship for, you know, the remainder. And typically we go on an inaugural, so by the time we get to the ship, we're off and we get to all have fun. Well, this time we did the convention on board, and it was incredible, but this was our first time. And I thought maybe we'd have a little bit more hiccup or things that, you know, we weren't expecting, and it went smooth. Let's just say smooth sailing.
Let's just say that. Over lunch, you were talking about, and I found this very interesting. So I know that a lot of our viewers know Cruise Planners. A lot of them don't. and I wanted them to hear more about the clever and coddling incentives that you have provided all the way up into the $1 million and $2 million range. Everyone is taken care of. I'd like them to hear about this.
Okay, that's awesome. So, our program, we set out and we realized that when, we created this program, we've got to compete with others in the industry. So, we've got it where there's incentives all the way through. And honestly, once you hit $2 million in sales at Cruise Planners, we take zero commission from you. So all of that goes back to you, the advisor, because you have to make money. And so we know there has to be a cap on that. And then all the way up to that point, there are percentages. Our millionaire members, we pay for them to be at our conventions because we think that's so important, and we want to keep that engagement, and it gives people something to work for, and they know that if I make it to Millionaires Club, Michelle's going to pay for me to be there. And and there's lots of other incentives, so if anybody's interested, certainly reach out to us and we can share all of them.
I'm going to be talking to Teresa about marketing, and Scott about training, and Brian about technology. But you're the glue that keeps it all together. And so what's it like steering a ship with that many moving parts?
Oh, wow. When you put the right people in place, it's easy, to steer that ship. And I think we have the best executive team out in the industry. They come with lots of background in travel, in technology, and we've worked so well together for so long that, at this point in time, we're a really well-oiled machine.
You also have constant meetings between yourselves and...
Absolutely. So, our executives, we meet all the time, and then they meet with each other. So everyone is in everybody else's business, and we make sure that we all run the company. Just because it's technology doesn't mean that Brian is the only one that makes the decision with me, because obviously they all all roads lead here, but we manage the business together. And then we have incredible vice president levels and director levels, and everybody has a voice in our company.
You have members earning so much. How do you keep it personal at all levels? I know the answer because you've been talking about it, but what is it that you do? I mean, anyone can reach out for support, but you also have coaching.
Correct. So I think we're very different in the industry. And I think my background as a travel advisor, the light bulb goes off. Most CEOs come from a financial background. I come from a travel background. And so I run the company as if I were running it for myself, in a sense, as an agent. And years ago, we're probably going back 10 years now, we realized that, yes, most host franchise companies, you can pick up the phone and you can call in and ask a question, or maybe, hey, I need help with the group. Can you help me develop this group or whatever? I realized about 10 years ago that we need two different sets of inbound or outbound kind of coaching and our care desk. So when you call in, you get a person who will answer all your questions. But then you need somebody like a business development manager from a cruise line that is going to help you with your mapping out the direction and whatever your North Star is. Wherever you want to be, we're going to help you get there. And so we've done this probably around 10 years at this point. And that's when the business catapulted. That's when people really started to build their business. And each coach has a different level. So obviously we have somebody who's new to the industry, needs a different type of training and coach that's going to help them get their business started. But then when you get to that millionaire status in our company, you need somebody who's not going to coach you on sales, but is going to coach you on maybe some of our programs are being a little bit more efficient. And if you can save time, you can build your business bigger.
There's no one key to your success. It's a bunch of keys to the jangle. But what's your favorite right now on the new group?
I think it's AI. I think, we are leaning in and we're going to lead with AI. And I've hired additional people on our technology team because we believe that this type of technology, agents should not be afraid of it. Honestly, agents, you should be afraid of companies like ours who are going to empower our agents with these incredible tools that are all powered by AI. And they are going to change the way that we do business. And the world's already changing. So either you jump on or you're going to have to jump off.
My last question is, what's the future? And you just answered it. So thank you very much for spending the time, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
This is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.